second. Alright, what's up, everybody? My name's Chris.
It's your boy, Rel.
Yeah, and I formerly went by DJ Butter. Changing my name, DJ name. I'm gonna change it to something else. To be announced.
Breaking news.
Right.
God damn, you heard it first, folks.
I feel like I grew out of the Butter phase. But anyway, there's just a couple of topics. I don't know, for DJs, new DJs, old DJs. Just something I want to touch on. Me and him, I knew him since 4th grade. Graduated.
Could have been a little bit longer.
Yeah, I knew you since.
But yeah, like we were literally in class together, I think, in 4th grade.
So we both grew up, went our separate ways, ended up both being DJs. So we ended up having our own experiences as far as like
two completely different fucking regions.
Right, but we was in the same sort of occupation. So I got an idea. We could talk about different topics when it comes to DJing stuff. Not just how to get started at the beginning DJ or how to do this or whatnot, but I don't know, stuff that I feel like is pertinent in the DJ community, at least for club DJs. I mean,
we're keeping it just for club.
Well, I've only been a club DJ. I've never been like a mixtape DJ or a tour DJ.
You can still throw mobile DJ into
it. Yeah, okay, yeah,
I
did mobile.
You can't leave like just. I would hate to make it just subject to club DJs. Right. But I mean, in no particular order, we do have 4 general topics that we want to discuss.
Yeah, and I'm trying not to make too long. Go ahead.
Alright, so in no particular order, let's go ahead and get it started. I'm just going to say, and closest finger is on 3, which is social media versus real life in our generation. Alright.
So you go ahead and say what you want about this. Go ahead.
Damn. Alright,
well, just explain it to what the topic means.
Alright, so for social media versus real life in our generation, I would have to compare it to, not really. Back in the day, if you wanted to know information, you had to keep it traditional and actually either be in touch with someone. If somebody had enough popularity, you could know of someone. In this digital age nowadays, people will give you recognition based on other people's perception. Not necessarily your own research, but you'll respect the fact that they are great based on what the fuck other people say. And I'm not going to say there's a problem with that, because sometimes, let's say, I don't want to say 60%. Let's say 75% of the time, that person that everybody's talking about may be appealing to you as a consumer. And when I say you, as a DJ. But at the end of the day, that may not be quality. Versus back in the day, if you heard about somebody and more so peeped their content, not only was it quality, there could have been substance as well. So in my opinion, I feel like we're trading off substance and quality for trending. So that's that. I mean, and I don't want to say our generation like we're old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're older. I guess once you hit 25 in hip hop, like Uzi said, nigga, you washed. You feel me? But I don't feel like it, because at the end of the day, when did you touch down in Hawaii?
Like what do you mean? When did I touch down?
Yeah, by the time y'all probably see this, they'll probably edit it or whatever. But,
okay. Today.
So for me to even see homie, when I say nostalgia hit, the last time we actually did get a chance to link up, we were in Fayetteville. Like homie brought me out, and at the same time, like we vibed, but at the same time, it was just work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There was no sit down time to really discuss shit. Yeah, we laughed and chopped it up from like the airport to more so to the venue, but it was literally straight to the venue, shit like that. But we to reminisce on how things kind of were when it comes to our generation versus the online generation now, I feel like there is a line. But I feel like these kids nowadays, bro, like, some of them, they utilize that Google to death, man, and they figured out a way. So I can't hate on some of it, but like I said, when there's a cost for that. And the trade-off, I believe, some of it was the quality.
All right, well.
The quality, I mean.
How do I feel about it? Basically, real life versus what you portray on social media.
In the real life,
and nowadays, I feel like it is what it is. I'm just going to straight drop it. It's whatever you portray on social media. Like, it just is what it is. Like, like you don't have to be, you know what I'm saying, who you say you are, as long as you look like it. Yeah, I feel like everybody has mastered that. Like
the art of persona?
Yeah, it's all about what you put out there, and that will define your success, especially in the entertainment industry. Not even.
Would you say it shows cockiness or arrogance that you know you're gonna be successful, or would you say it's an attempt to hope you're gonna be successful?
I feel like you play the part. You fake it till you make it.
Okay, well, the way one person I could throw in the answer is not to say like some of this shit was loud and obnoxious, and I'm pretty sure like some people wouldn't say it. And I hate to put this out there. Oh my god, because when I say I fuck with homie music from the long way, some of it was kind of crazy, and I would have to compare him to maybe like a Young Thug.
Okay.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Busta Rhymes. Think about how animated Busta Rhymes was back in the day. I guess after God Bless His Soul, after ODB, would you not say Busta wore that car for a little while?
I mean,
and no other rapper was on that type of fucking wavelength.
Well, I mean, I thought like his energy, his energy is what did it, right?
Even his appearance, costume wise, for him to be a rapper, it's still a hardcore rapper who would fuck you up. Like right. Niggas knew not to fuck with Busta. Yeah. So I mean, when we still look at that generation, it's funny how someone, even them old heads, have called these young niggas out for doing trendy and gimmicky looking shit. But I guess if you know you're gonna be around, you can pull shit like that off. But for the kids who are coming in off of a fucking track, I mean, right. And you see the little niggas out of Florida not to throw them underneath the bus? But the one, don't kill me and my family and shit like that. But the nigga who had like the wedding dress on with the guns, I know you saw like a gift or whatever the fuck them shit's called. Oh, go look at that.
Yeah, I look at it. But my bottom line for social media versus real life, just fake it till you make it. Just do the facade. You act like you already got it. And in fact, you get booked. You know what I'm saying? It's just people already be on your side anyway. Like if you got the clout, you know what I mean? So yeah, I wouldn't even. It sounds weird, but it's gone away from like you gotta get your skills up to before you what it name. It's just like it's
not to cut you off. I'm gonna share some real shit with you because I can kind of aim into that. When I first started off on a little small, super budgetable controller from Best Buy, and honestly, I guess I just wanted to see. I needed a hobby to get me out of other extracurricular activities, and just having an extra love for music, because we go back even on some shit like that.
Right.
I was intimidated by other people who were using other equipment, which brings us to another topic because I don't want to stay too long on this one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and bring this up.
Yeah, what's the next topic?
Next topic is going to be, I'm going to go to number one, insecurities when it comes to being a DJ. There was just one DJ when I first started my first gig, bro, I swear to God, homie was like, you know what? People going to book you because of what you look like. He was just like, bottom line, he was like, yo, people going to book you because you look like you know what you're doing. And when I say that shit hit it, and I know he going to see this, I don't want to say his name, but honestly, once it gets posted, feel free to comment, because I don't mean this in no disrespectful way. But to hear that, could you imagine hearing that? Like, you kind of got your confidence level up to actually go get ready to do something that, people are really critical of to some degree. You know what I'm saying? No different than an artist getting on stage for the first time. And I don't know if I had a cocky spirit or an arrogant spirit, but again, still being involved in extracurricular activities, it's going to have you on that high horse when you get love in the streets. You feel me?
Right.
But when it came to the technicality level, I knew I wasn't there yet. So that did kind of have me feeling like a kind of way. Yeah, I already knew this was going to happen. Hello? Hey.
I cannot live by.
Not much. I had text you earlier to ask if Chris could come through, but we're actually shooting a video right now. Can I call you right back? Yeah, we're at the house. Alright. Thank you. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, when I say, I don't know if it was more so insecure or just pure embarrassment, knowing that technically he was a lot more skilled than me, put in a lot more effort, put a lot more hours, a lot more fucking, just homing in and mastering that craft. But between just sometimes a lack of equipment, a lack of know-how, and sometimes being overconfident can be your biggest insecurity. I believe when you're first starting out, and not to make it a first starting out versus a long, veteran style DJ, but I mean, I believe all DJs, no matter what skill level they have, I believe they do have their insecurities. Whether it be something that I've noticed here personally in Hawaii, a lot of DJs, they won't really MC.
Yeah, that's true.
And coming from where I come, and I don't want to use this as an excuse, but my biggest influences growing up were your fucking DJ envies, were your goddamn K-Slaves, were your DJ dramas. And being out here, they're not really prevalent on, you know, mixtape style of DJing, or just even having somebody really MC on the style that's a little more aggressive, or more so trying to get the streets involved. It's more so on a pleasant level here. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, when it comes to insecurities as far as not being able to do something that you want to even be able to do as a DJ, it can be tough, man. And I think just depending on where you're at regionally, you know, you'll have your ups and downs. But go ahead, how you feel about your insecurities as a DJ?
You see, that's funny that you got that from that. Cause like, okay, so I like that. I like you spoke from the insecurities.
Yeah, that was the heart. That shit came with the heart.
That's from your own insecurity.
Literally, my own experience on top of that.
So way I envisioned that question was like insecurities of DJs in general. So like let me explain. So like from where I'm from, I knew a lot of DJs, or at least I can think of the same ones on different accounts, where they would, every time it came involved in another DJ or in conversation or in dealing with them, it was just always this kind of like this friction, and I could hear like things in the way they talk, and you know, kind of like it seemed like it's always like low key hate. Like it seems like one DJ, even though it say, you know, one hand washes the other and big up the next person, and you know, don't bring somebody else down, just bring yourself up. A lot of times it was like it was from a hating place. It was from a place where it was just like they feel insecure. So if there's a new DJ, or if there's another DJ in the room, etc., like they had insecurities. Like it just is what it is, and I seen that from a lot of DJs. Like,
well, would you say you could kind of relate that to being just competitive?
There's a certain time when there's competitiveness and when you're insecure. I feel like, yes, you can be competitive, but sometimes it is a point where you're not even competing no more. Where it's just like, it's just two DJs in the same room. You don't need to hate on him because y'all in the same profession.
Yeah, but you know egos get in the way of that.
That ego.
So I think egos do bring on, you know, insecurities.
Yeah.
So I'd say that, because I mean, you put two alpha males in the room, expect the worst.
Right.
So I mean, I just look at that as not really as an insecurity, but some people, they just hella competitive like that. So their body language may come off as being insecure. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes their performance may come off as insecure. But at the end of the day, maybe when they're like super focused, you know, or when they're not really in that environment, it may not come off as an insecurity. But I just think that everybody kind of, you know, everybody may still have a flaw. You know how you can watch somebody and they have the illest performance, but there'll be that one thing that they may lack a little bit more than somebody else. No different than just having different techniques. But when it comes to insecurities, I can see it more so coming from a financial standpoint for a lot of people when they first start off.
I feel like the main tell to know if a DJ is insecure, if he says something like, he's only blank because of blank. He's only
on because
he only got house because he played that song. He only got the gig because he know the promoter. He only you know what I'm saying? It's just like he only. I mean, it could be true, but it's just like.
Yeah, I'm about to say in some cases, in a lot of cases, that could be true.
What would make you say that? Like, why can't you just be in the
moment? As another person, without knowing that's truth or not?
Even if you know it's truth or not, just let it be. You know what I'm saying? Like, there could be truth or not, but it's like, he got the gig right now.
I would have to say anybody that's in a competitive sport is a hater to a certain degree. Because, I mean, if you even when they're related to sports, everybody stands a team that they don't like, you knowing that these teams have nothing to do with them. But somebody could just be a hater of something. You feel? Does that make sense? So I mean, when it comes to DJing, you could be like, "Yo, nigga, I don't like how he hits that damn horn. I don't like how he plays his drop too much." There's always gonna be something to hate on.
Well, it's not even like.
I believe there's always gonna be something to. I don't want to call it hate. Let's say.
Like a critique.
Yeah, there's always gonna be something to criticize. Always.
But see, what you're talking about is criticizing. What I'm talking about is like
somebody's insecurities.
Yeah,
I think that shows if you're
of
constantly criticizing, or if you have to nitpick somebody's shit, I think that shows your insecurity. Because what was that ultimately telling somebody? Say if me and you overheard somebody else saying, "Nigga, I can go up there." You're just upset because at the fact that you're not being able to do that. But that shows your insecurity as a person or as a DJ, showing that okay, you can't just keep those comments into yourself versus you going online or just doing something making material to show that versus actually saying that, especially out loud to other people. It shows your insecurity, I believe.
Okay.
Hold on, what's another topic? What's another topic we got? Cause we still rolling. Let's go forward. Let's go ahead and hit that really controversial one. Artists versus DJs. Hey.
Okay.
Hey. Now, are we talking about, when we say artists, are we referring to DJs that are artists as well? Or are we just referring to strictly recording artists? Or are we just talking about rapping ass niggas? I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Let's say rappers.
He's my rapping ass niggas.
Yeah, rappers. So, okay.
Yeah, you start this one off. Oh Lord.
Okay, so, it's like this thing like with rappers and DJs. Like, rappers are usually critical of the DJs and how they push their platform. From the artists / rappers that I have met, a lot of them don't know how to invest in themselves, or at least, how can I say it? They're stingy with investing in themselves. Okay, so for DJs, before you can even play a damn note in the club, you already got to put some kind of bread down. You got to buy the equipment. You know, we buy our own music. We put a lot of money in the forefront. In fact, if we're just getting started or we're upgrading our equipment, we're working just to get that money back first.
Now you really hustling backwards is pretty much what
I mean, yeah, of course you can, like, if you make bread, you can make that money back. You know, but like as a DJ, you learn, like, you invest in yourself. Like, you make the money, then you put some money out, you buy the speakers, you know, then you put some more money out. And some of that stuff is constant, like paying for music, some subscriptions,
replacing equipment,
replacing equipment. It goes on. Oh yeah. Our own, like, promotion, our own social media promotion
flyers,
and, you know, contracts and all that stuff. But a lot of times it's like rappers will come up to you and they just want you to do a solid and just, like, play my stuff or share it or do this or do that. Especially the main one, play it in the club. Like, so you want me to play at the highest time of night, you just walking up in my DJ booth, you know what I'm saying, and you just want me to play your song. Like, you just over my shoulder, like, trying to get me to download your joint on SoundCloud or whatever, or you give me a flash drive and you just want me to play your song that nobody knows.
Hey, but if you got a Mac, though, you know, y'all niggas.
The AirDrop. I mean, but maybe. But still, it's just like... That. It's just like, my thing is, you're investing in yourself. So I wouldn't even approach a rapper to put me on a gig. Does that make any sense? I want to approach a rapper to do something for me, like you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna let you finish, but I got
yeah. I want to approach a rapper to, like, do something for me. So, you know, you came at me, but you want me to do something for free. So it's like, hey, play this. Come out here, play this song. Like, just do this for me. Like, but I don't come at you and just be like, hey, get this gig for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm speaking from a club DJ. So, you know, I feel like if you invest in yourself, then you put the money out. You helping out the DJ, like, you pass some bread, or did some kind of thing worked out. We, like, cross promotion or something. But that's just my spiel.
All right. Artists versus DJs.
And it's not even... I don't like how I put the verses in there. It don't got to be a verse.
Yeah, I mean, that's what made it... To me, I don't look at it as something that's a conflict. I look at it more so as a comparison when it comes to, let's say, the motivating drive for one's success. I believe it is more so depending on the piggyback system off both parties. That's the only way, you know, any of this shit moves. If you go back to the original dates of how this shit all originated, so for some people to feel like they don't need a DJ, it just makes me laugh. Or for them to feel like they only gotta fuck with the, you know, the top tier, whether it be mixtape DJs, radio DJs, or whatever, club DJs. You always still have to overcome ones who are willing to help more so push you harder than some of these guys who are, you know, really know. In the versus aspect, I guess to chime in on what you said, I believe there's a right way to do it, if that makes sense. versus, and honestly, that can get annoying. Lord knows, especially when you rocking a motherfucking club and somebody just, yo, my G, yo, play my record. And at the same time, like, they can even have a monetary donation attached to it. I'm going to refer to that as that, okay?
Right.
A monetary donation for them to have their record played. And sometimes, taking that risk, you can build an opportunity. You don't know sometimes, like, depending on what city you may be in, that rapper could be low-key the next nigga to be on. And in my case, being a mixtape DJ, sometimes that can be a risk you're willing to take. All it really takes sometimes is maybe, let's say, 60 to 90 seconds of a record for certain people to know that, yo, you know what, at least you respected me enough to play my shit.
Right.
So, I mean, outside of opportunities like that, you could get yourself lined up to possibly do a show. Hell, that artist could fuck around and put in work out there in that community. Next thing you know, somebody huge is coming to that show. You know what I'm saying? Coming to do a show there, I mean. And that artist can remember, yo, I got to stop for this show. Yo, I want you to come be my DJ. I've had certain instances where shit like that kind of did work out, or just me taking the risk of working with artists who kind of did that in the club. I kind of got known for being that DJ who's willing to give artists a chance. So that's how more I, developed the whole name, the Hawaii Plug. So when it comes to, always needing a monetary donation, sometimes it's not even about that, but sometimes it's just on the respect level.
Right.
I mean, it depends on how people can come at you, but, the way tempers are kind of flaring in the new digital age when it comes to that, I kind of hate to see, niggas come up together on an artist and a DJ relationship, and then, it's either something with money, or it could be just personalities that end up clashing that just fucks up a relationship that people look at like, damn, there was an ill solid team. Because honestly, when it comes to the older generation of us doing it, there's probably not too many new school rappers who can name, tribes of a DJ and an artist relationship. I mean, honestly, we would probably struggle trying to name like 4, which is really embarrassing. So on that note, you have anything else you want to add to the artist?
Yeah, I mean, and some avenues is easy, like strip club. I mean, girls dancing, they gonna dance or whatever anyway. Like, you just play something. But main problem to me is most artists don't have a plan. Like, they are, like, I've seen it before. They ask for they play the songs we played on the radio.
But what about them guys who do have rotation on the radio?
Well, I mean, look, I'm just saying, like, those guys are just like, hey, they did play my stuff on radio, play my stuff on radio. It's like, you'll see a song gets played on the radio one time. Now what? You know what I'm saying? So, like, you gotta have some sort of a plan, and the mix master, clean version, all that. But I'm not even gonna get into all that. But if you're an artist and you listen to this, have a plan. Next up.
That is a very good, Or here's one thing I can throw on top of that. If you're tired of getting bombarded with that as a DJ, have a plan to capitalize off of that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
The more you know. All right. Number 2. This is gonna be kind of funny right here.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't. That one you gotta explain to me.
This one is gonna be more so. I'm gonna put this in Cliff Note terms. Pop culture, just blending in with the shits we see on your timeline.
Okay, so that still sounds.
When I say the shits,
you gotta make it plain.
When I say the shits, I mean the theatrical nonsense that a lot of artists feel like they have to do nowadays in order for them to be recognized for maybe their talent that they may have. For instance, Young Thug in the Dress. A lot of people ridiculed him. A lot of people called him gay. He was painting his nails. I guarantee you can go on any DJ's laptop and type in Young Thug, and they'll have at least four Thugger tracks.
So what you're saying is an artist has to go out.
No. I'm saying
on social media, do something theatrical to be noticed.
No, I'm not saying that. A lot of people they took that same path and thought it could apply and work for them.
Okay, so you're saying one artist did something that's like totally different, and then now everybody has to do what they did to be noticed. They have to do something.
Some response only because social media gives you that window now.
Okay.
But back in the day, like let's say Marilyn Manson was kind of doing the same shit, right?
Right. Okay.
He was doing some wild theatrical shit, but some people would be like, "Yo, we talked to homie. He's just like kind of laid back and chill." But when he gets into his performance mode, like Beyonce has her Sasha Fierce,
Right.
you can turn that on and off. Some people they can't, and they really become this character to the point where some of them they end up sitting in cells.
Oh, is this like a Tekashi 6?
No. We're not going there with that.
Okay,
All
I don't know. I mean,
all I can say is I think it's setting a bad example for future generations to come, because now, what was your first when you saw that? If you want to go there,
well, with the young
rainbow
guy?
hair. No, the first time you saw rainbow hair.
Okay. I mean, I feel like the guy. You have tattoos on your face. I feel like okay, he's all in.
No, but here's one thing I said that's really funny about that, and this is why I'm gonna say doing theatrical shit is stronger sometimes than anything.
Oh, you know baby. My bad. The baby wore like a diaper in Charlotte walking around.
I mean that was dope, but at the same time,
he knew what he was doing.
No, I'm
Okay.
gonna throw him in that pot too.
Okay.
When it comes to artists like that, and let's see if you agree with me on this, you will see them, know them, and not hear a record from them.
Okay.
Would you agree?
I would see. Oh, I'll know them, and I don't even have to know what song they played. Okay, I got you.
Would you not say that's
they've
powerful?
already made it in the meme space
No,
before they even made it
I
into
don't
the
want you to
musical
say.
space.
I don't want to say me. Let's just say image.
Okay.
We know their image first before we know anything.
Okay.
Honestly, you gotta admit that's power to some degree. Because
Right.
how does that make it on your timeline? Because it is probably putting a meme, but later on people understand memes are even forms of promotion now.
Of course, Lil Nas X. He had put his song. He had made his own memes and put them out there with Old Town Road. He put
Just on some
songs and
clowny
memes.
shit?
He put just like girls dancing, little kids or whatever. Or like something funny with the song playing in the background. He put out his own meme. He made like 100 of those or something like that, and he just put them out and they just circulated. So like his song was tied to the meme, so that made his song go out amongst the masses.
Here's what's funny about memes. Not to go ahead and jump like super off subject, but just to show you the power that image has. Sometimes it could be an old meme, it could be a new meme. When you think about how many friends you have and how many times shit gets shared, isn't it amazing that we can all see something that fast?
Yeah.
And still not know what the fuck it is. So when it comes to even music now and rappers having to feel like they have to do something theatrical, if I can just get you to see me first before you hear me, let's say let's use 75% once again. Hopefully 75% of the time you're going to rock with me. But you're more so doing it because of what you saw first based on what you heard. Maybe if you heard me first, you probably wouldn't fuck with me, image-wise. How many times have you been disappointed to hear somebody probably not match with what you heard? Quite a bit, right?
Well, there's like YouTube people and people that like were just making funny videos, like light skinned Keisha. She come out with her own music, and she started off like that. So,
But I mean, is she writing the music, or does that matter anymore?
is she writing music? I don't know. No, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If Drake can get away with it, then everybody can get away with it.
I mean, here's how I even feel about that. All of this is summed together as entertainment, right?
Right. It's all entertainment.
People write scripts, right?
Right.
They have it.
What? That didn't mean it. You just said what?
People perform what they
okay.
rehearse in scripts.
They're performers. There you go.
But you hear certain rappers who say, I'm a performer, and let's be real, some people, they can actually perform better than they would probably be in the booth. That's why they probably actually have help, engineers who can really turn the fuck up on them boards to make them sound good versus in the booth. But when it comes to performing, did you laugh when you first saw Outside Dance?
Offset?
During that performance? Yeah.
I didn't see it.
He was hitting, so it was ill though.
I seen YG Crip Walk.
I can't say that's the same. But to see can we say he's a gangster rapper?
Trap. ATL.
Alright.
Well, there you have it.
How many trap rappers you sing dance though? In synchronization with other dancers. Yeah, that part. I ain't talking about hitting no little boom, 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 boom. Shout out my nigga the baby though. Shout out my phone and all the niggas out there. Shout out. You feel like anything. But how many niggas you seen actually dance coordinated? You ain't seen no shit like that since Kid and Play. Now I ain't gonna say I'll say hit one of dudes. But at the same time, he did it. And some people, they felt a kind of way about that. Some people, they ridiculed it. What's wrong with being you? And that's one of my biggest things I want to get to everybody, because A lot of people, they feel like they have to imitate something. They feel like they have to draw inspiration from the same thing that everybody else draws from. What's wrong with creating your own style?
Be you.
I'm curious to see what Butter Smooth is going to be. What's Butter Smooth going to be now?
Well, I'll release it out to the world later.
Damn,
Stay
so they
tuned.
continue. Jesus.
Yeah. But that's it. That's just some real talk DJ topics. So, I mean, I don't know. Let us know how you feel. You know, this is kind of long. I cut it down. But
Yeah, this shit probably
that's it. Chris, a.k.a. DJ Butter, formerly known as with Rel, DJ Rellevant.
DJ Rellevant,
signing
aka
off.
Hawaiian Plug. You know
Appreciate
what the fuck it
y'all.
is, nigga. Stay relevant, you bitch.
It's so explicit. All right.
Gotta be.